everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energy. And Hillary said it best. You have got to be kidding me. What the F has been going on? Anyhow, stepdaughter and grandchild now winging their way back across the country. So I'm actually come on here for a bit of a break because boy, oh boy, oh boy, 5 days with a or 4 days or whatever it was. Oh, talk about a blur with a just under 5-year-old. Oh, we are absolutely exhausted. But holy crumbs, what on earth is going on? And then Felon 45 has come out today saying, "Oh, my boss is doing his best." Excuse me, this is the National Security Advisor doing his best. And apparently it was just a glitch in the system. Now, I would love to know, it was a glitch doing a private war plans chat via a public chat service system called, I think it's called Signal. One of those on the chat was actually, what was his name? Steve Witkoff was actually in Russia at the time, who was on the chat. Felon 45 is now trying to claim that Jeffrey Goldberg, who was the journalist from The Atlantic, had hacked his way on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, and then Hegseth in an interview before he was hopping on a plane, I think he's going to Hawaii or something later this week or early next week. Hegseth just straight out bad-mouthed, attacked the journalist himself. There was no apology. There was no, oh, whoopsie, whoopsie. For those that are wondering why the chat was used in regards to the war plans for bombing Yemen, it was, I firmly believe it was to avoid archival records, to avoid the actual protocol system where it is listed as to who said what, where, and when, because there's something really not right about, first of all, the bombing itself, but then the way it was organised. Okay, where do I start having a look at all this? I'm actually going to use, believe it or not, my trim and weight tarot. These are my nutso cards in regards to this. Now, I do want to ask, I haven't posted the video, but there is a video out there on YouTube that has Felon 45 when he is asked, did he know about the chat? And he's going, oh, blah, blah, blah. No, he didn't. Well, either he's lying his ass off, or no, he didn't, or dementia. None of those options are actually good options for him. But he was in the chat. He was in the press conference in regards to that. Mikey Johnson was on one side looking like he wished the floor could open up and swallow him, because he knew. I'm pretty sure he knew it was a lie. And on the other side, there was a guy with a yellow tie. And I don't know who he was. I think it was a light blue suit and a yellow tie. And he kept looking and going, what? You saying what? What? So if you know who yellow tie guy is, let me know in the comments there. Yeah, the backup is against the wall in regards to this, and I don't think it's all the information has come out. So I'm going to have a look. Oh, a couple of days off and it just goes nuts. So, okay, let's have a look. There's so much to have a look at today. I've got notes everywhere. First of all, I do, however, want to say, speaking of Witkoff, went on Tucker with an F, Tucker's show, had met with apparently a Putin. I'm not going to say the Putin because I keep getting okay, thank you. If you hear my guides, let me know. Every time I say the Putin, I get an image of a corpse rotting in a morgue drawer. I'm just going to leave it like that. And that was at 444 that I said that. So angel numbers everywhere at the moment. So Steve Witkoff, who was on the chat, while he was in Russia, meeting with the Kremlin, Putin, he went on Tucker with an F, bagging the Colorado state capitol portrait and raving about how this beautiful portrait had been gifted to him by Russia of Felon 45. And I think that's why Felon 45 was also bagging the Colorado state capital portrait of Felon 45 because he wants it replaced with the Russian one. Okay. I was going to show you the cards. I will anyhow. Yeah, he's not a well and he's delusional as well. It's just what's going on is absolutely nuts. So I am also reminded, I have written down here, if you want to have a look at what my notes look like, this is what my notes look like, scribbling all over this bit right here. Fear. A lot of you are saying that you are fearful, and I completely understand that. That's why I encourage you to write down what you can do, because when you have actions that you can do, it does dissipate the fear. We are, all of us, including me, we do have these moments where we go, oh my, and we have this really depressant moment, but we need to sort of pick ourselves off, pick ourselves up, brush ourselves off, and then move on to what we actually can do. And fear, the acronym of fear, um, can mean feeling excited and ready. If you write down what you can do, then you have options that you can do and actions that you can take, or face everything and rise. So this is very much instead of succumbing to the fear, is to work out what you can do and rise to the challenge of such. However, women being women, and you blokes who are honorary divine feminines as well, because we've all got feminine and masculine in us, we are absolutely hopeless thinking because we can do everything that we should do everything. No, we can't do everything. We can't be everything to everybody. Pick and choose. Write a list and pick and choose and have downtime. Absolutely. But what I want to have a look at is, well, we've got national security being compromised here. Big messaging. I don't think the media is going to give up on this. And this is in regards to national security. Now, you've got to remember this guy had secret documents stored in his bathroom and on the ballroom stage for goodness knows how long, and he had no intention of giving it back. If he'd given it back, there would not have been an FBI search and recovery operation. I don't know that the media is going to give up on this one. So this is what's poking out at me. This is, again, just it is. I don't know. I keep wondering what is the last straw that's going to break this camel's back. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. What's going to be the fallout? So, first of all, through Rubio, Felon 45, threw Rubio under the bus in regards to El Salvador. I didn't sign anything. Well, your signature on it, and you actually held it up in the Oval Office there. Anyhow, that's sort of gone off the radar a bit in regards to the El Salvador. Not for the judge though. So throw Rubio under the bus in regards to that. It was all Marco's fault. Threw Mike Walsh under the bus in regards, blamed Mike Walsh for this chat breach. Gee, at least now they don't need to polygraph all the DOD employees to find out where the leak is, because they found the bloomin' leak. Throwing Mike Walsh, but then he's turned around and said, oh, Mike's doing his best, and then blamed the journalist himself as being, and Hexeth with what he was ranting on about the journalist, that journalist was some sort of corrupt, low-life, what? Just, unbelievable. Yeah, it is a nightmare situation for them as they're desperately trying to sweep under the carpet. The story on this is changing hourly, and I don't think they're going to be able to bring a solution. I think this is going to literally keep dripping through their fingers. I don't think they're going to be able to contain this. There were some really poor choices made, some poor choices that were made, and the foolishness has been exposed. So what I'm really feeling is that, as I said, the story about who's at fault is changing hourly, and it's a bit like, oh, the person that recommended on Netflix The Residence to me, fabulous. And it reminded me, because what's happening is that I don't call them suspects, persons of interest. Some of them literally are changing their stories hourly about where they were, and what they were doing and who they saw, yeah, this is what it feels like. It feels like it's changing hourly. Um, you've got the King of Pentacles here. Now, is this Felon 45, or is this Leon Muskrat, or is this one of the oligarchs? The oligarchs working hard behind the scenes to potentially force someone to walk away. Who's going to be the fall guy in this? And I don't think it's going to be the journalist. So what am I? 11:33 in. Let's get started. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's have a look. What is going to be the end result of this? Now, you've got to remember, this is a guy who, oh, what's his name? Was it Anthony Pratt, the Australian? What a great name because he is a Pratt, the Australian billionaire, came out during the first regime and publicly on camera stated that Felon 45 had told him the secret submarine details. And now we've got this coming out. Oh, goodness me. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. There's that card again. How is this going to end up? How is this? Okay, thank you. How is this going to end? Come on down. Oh, yes, there's a grey dog there. Puppy dogs after 4 days of not the older, because they're not young dogs. They're 12 and 12 and a half or something. Absolutely exhausted after several days of just under 5-year-old. Um, they're desperately trying to contain. How's this going to resolve? Desperately trying to contain, and I don't think they're going to. The leaks are going to continue, is what I'm feeling, what I'm getting from this. As I said, it's the Tripping Wake Tarot. It's a bit of a funky deck. I think the leaks are going to continue in regards to this, in regards to what is coming out. Now, Jeffrey Goldberg has said he's got more information. Now, I don't know where these leaks are going to come from. I will ask about Jeffrey Goldberg in a moment. Crossed by the Tower moment. This is okay. This is really dramatic. The leaks are going to continue, that are going to bring about a Tower moment. For whom? For what? For where? Let's keep going. Felon 45 is this Felon 45? It doesn't feel like it's Fleon. Speaking of which, you've got Adderall and ketamine, and he's supposedly President 47. What does that make? An AK-47? Bloomin' egg. And that's exactly what they've brought to this regime. So we've got here I'm not feeling this is 45. Pentacles can mean protection, security, homeland security, etc. I'm not sure who this king is. He doesn't feel nefarious. Lion King. Not Lion King as in Raw, as in he's the lying Felon 45 king. He hasn't got that feeling. This feels more like somebody who is overseeing national security protections. is the energy that it's stewing in at the moment. Now, I don't know who that is. Okay, I just got shown an image of the Pentagon. Right. Okay. This is not one of the players. This is not one of the visible players, is what I'm getting. Okay. This is somebody who actually genuinely has the protection at heart and is looking at the information. Now, he's got his soft robes on over the top, all these grapes on them, the harvest. So protection, nurturing, abundance. But he's got his armor on underneath. Semi-concealed. He's got you can see the armor starting to poke through here. Okay. Right. Let's see where this goes. In the past, the absolute foolishness, foolishness, foolish, stepping off the cliff, the fools. Now, if this is this band of idiots sober, I'd hate to think what they're like when they've got a few drinks in them. I've said for a long time, both Rubio and Hegseth are way out of their depth in regards to this. I've got Hegseth getting back on the terps something seriously. Oh gosh, what a mess. Anyhow, so crowning this reading, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Not the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. Trying to keep things contained. Trying to keep this contained, trying to sweep it under the carpet to stop it from spreading out. Okay, let's see where this goes. However, we have a harsh truth coming forward very quickly here. They're trying to spin the story in the front, the rah, 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 blah, 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 change our story every hour. People aren't buying it. Those in the background, they're walking away. So this is almost like it's Felon 45 and Carolyn Levitt out the front trying to spin the yarn. But people aren't, the media and the populace, there are some populists that'll just believe anything that Felon 45 says. Well, I just don't feel that they're buying it. So it's externally, internally, in damage control, big time. Hopes and fears. What else is there? What other information does Jeffrey Goldberg, and I hope he's got really good protection, know that he hasn't released? He's released this little bit here with the Seven of Pentacles. What else does he know that he has not released? And excuse me, war plan chat room information on a public server with a fist pump and flame and a what? Like really emojis to discuss bombing another country? Oh, holy smokes. Right. Shining the light on the investigation, on what happened overseas. Not going to like the outcome. If there's an abuse of power, a betrayal, a deceit. The Page of Wands, which is a messenger bringing forward a message. You've got the oh gosh, I'm going to say the messaging, the immature messaging that occurred, immature messaging back and forth that occurred. However, the figure in the blue coat got what they want and they're walking away. They're leaving the scene and have to defend themselves as they've been caught out. Not all has been released as of yet with that Queen of Cups. We've then got the Queen of Wands. and the Queen of Swords. 3 queens to end up with here. 3 queens. It's my Harris card. Could be a I'm sure I'm going to get this wrong. Tanya Chutkin. I keep calling her Janet. I think there's going to be there's more to come out. There is absolutely more to come out that's not been released. Trying to juggle frantically the breach in national security, but the judge, it's out there for everybody to see, and I think the media is going to keep on with it with the judgment card. Absolutely tooting that horn about it. There is a decision about legal action that needs to be taken. Did money change hands in regards to this? And then we've got the Justice card. We've got this is Felon 45, the Ace of Swords restriction, out in the cold, back up against the wall. So is this a new truth, a new beginning for Felon 45, or is there somebody he's going to absolutely throw to the wolves? Now, I did notice he had put Alina Habba in as the, oh gosh, was it? I can't remember which state it was. Oh, New Jersey AG, Attorney General, as the acting Attorney General. This is how he bypassed all his, all the, oh gosh, what's the word? Where they interview them and check their credentials and make sure they got security clearances and stuff before they're putting into positions. He bypassed it all during the first regime by installing those that he wanted in as acting in positions. Okay, so I'm just going to do 3 cards for each to see who's going to be the fall guy in regards to this. Who's going to be the fall guy in regards to this? Trust me, it's not going to be Felon 45. Oh, it never is. He always has somebody lined up to take the blame. Is it going to be Rubio? Let's start. Is he going to blame? Rubio's already on the chopping block for El Salvador, but is Rubio going to be the fall guy? Right, the gift from the past, but you've got the figure walking away, new information coming out about, I'm just going to say international, on the international stage, something that's a ship coming in, chariot, tower, movement forward being stopped, tower moment, contracts and agreements, and you've got the Supreme Court. I'm feeling that Rubio is going to take the fall for the El Salvador, the Venezuelans that were sent. Oh, Ace of Swords on the bottom. I'll just take those cards and shuffle them in here, and then shuffle them in here, just to make sure that they're fully shuffled. So I think Rubio's already spoken. I think Rubio's already spoken for. I will never understand why these people continue to hitch their wagon to Felon 45. No one comes out of association with him in one piece. And you have to look at Rudy and the Kraken and Bill Barr, and they're all, what's his name? Pillow Guy Lindell. Oh, they all came out absolutely worse for wear. Okay, is Hegseth going to be the fall guy for this? Is Hegseth, you want that one? I think it's going to be Hegseth. I think it is going to be Hegseth. Yeah, Queen of Swords, King of Cups. some sort of mature ruling is going to come forward on this legal action. The gift from the past and big stick. Yeah, I think it's going to be Hegseth. Not everything has come out as of yet. Okay, I will just ask about Mike Walsh. I do want to have a look at Greenland in another reading today as well. Mike Walsh, not to be mistaken for Tim Walsh. Tim Walsh is an amazing figure. This is Mike Walsh, the National Security Advisor under Felon 45. He's heading off to Greenland, uninvited, with Vancy and Co. Let's have a look. But I want to have a look. Is Mike Walsh going to be a fall guy in regards to the blame game for... Okay, you want those ones? Sort of truth, foolishness, secrets yet to be revealed. Okay, moving out of troubled waters, the sun, getting away with it, the hanged man, the sacrificial lamb. I think he's going to be, okay, a new truth. I think he's going to be a fall guy for something else. There's something not yet revealed. Kind of sneaking, kind of sneak away with whatever it is. I think he's going to find himself exposed and sacrificed for something else. I think it's going to be Hegseth for this leak. I don't feel it's going to be... Oh, there's the spy in the camp there. Spy in the camp bringing forth justice that's going to be lost for somebody. And not all has been revealed. And I'm just going to say, be careful what you wish for, because don't feel Jeffrey has, I think he's got a lot more up his sleeve and dripping out. So I'll just shuffle these back in. I think Walsh is going to take the fall for something else. I don't think he's going to be the one for this particular. I think it's going to be Hegseth for this. Right, so show me. Does Jeffrey Goldberg... Oh, I love the name too. Goldberg. Was it... Reminds me of Goldblum. Wasn't it Goldblum during Jurassic Park that was the one going, guys, you got to be kidding me. Okay. You have got to be kidding me. And to quote John McEnroe, you cannot be serious. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. I'm asking, does Jeffrey Goldberg have more to bring? Legal action, is this for? Okay, I'm going to do oh gosh. I'm going to bring an ending. Trampling underfoot. As there's overseas information coming forward. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's have a look. Is Jeffrey Goldberg got more to bring? The sword of truth. This is taking action, bringing forth the truth, bringing forth the reality, the wisdom. Things are about taking action. There'll be an attempt to restrict them, a legal attempt to stop them from exposing any more. Yeah, the challenge is... Okay, a lot of legal cards here at the foundation. The energy stewing in at the moment is there is a legal decision that needs to be made in regards to this. I think he's got more information. The blindfolds are on about overseas plans that involve overseas. Now, we've got here 3 crows, blackbirds, whatever you like to call them, up the top here. In my Lightseers Tarot deck, which I haven't brought out with me today, the 3 crows are the 3 of Swords, which is the treason. The treason, the heartbreak, the loss, the despair, the betrayal. This is in the past. Planning for overseas ventures. that involve treason and betrayal. Coming to light. The plan coming to fruition. This is the planning stage. This is the plan coming to fruition. The information about the overseas planning coming out. This is the overarching energy of this. This is about plans involving overseas entities. A light being shone in the dark, an investigation externally. So I'm asking if Jeffrey Goldberg has more. Yes, he does. And he's got them all lined up here. Be careful what you wish for by taking this action. Internally, is he going to be stopped, paused, sacrificed? Really hoping that he has some sort of protection or he's looking after himself. Keeping a low profile would be really good. Going off to visit some far-flung fourth cousin or something in the back blocks of Alaska or something probably wouldn't be a bad idea as long as his trail couldn't be traced. And this is but it's also very possibly seeing things from a different point of view. He's got this information. He's very possibly deciding what to do with it. Hopes and fears. Complete and utter downfall. I am actually worried for him. This may be legal, blocking him. He's absolutely going to find himself a target. But is this also the information he has that can bring a downfall? Let's see how it comes out. I think he's going to bring it forward. Volatile information being brought forward. Yep. Bringing it out. Moral, financial, ethical corruption in regards to Russia and trumpeting it for all to hear. Harsh truth coming forward in regards to keeping security protections secure. And we've got the whistleblower. Now, Susan Lynn has been saying for a long time now that 2025 is going to be the year of the whistleblower, and I agree. And it is going to be emotionally devastating, overwhelming. And then we've got this King of Pentacles. I'm not feeling this is Felon 45. I'm feeling, well, it could be Felon 45 because the next card is the lunacy, the emotional breakdown of Felon 45 and lunacy. But I'm not feeling that this is Felon 45 at the moment. I'm feeling that this is somebody who is not showing their full power as of yet, who is going to take action to protect national security. And it's not any of these fools that are in the front row. There are secrets yet to be revealed with the Moon card there that will lead to betrayal, loss, disappointment, feeling betrayed. Six of Swords. For quite a while now, trying to get out of Dodge, basically, as there is still Queen of Cups truths that have not yet been revealed. And we have the Strength and Courage card, and then we have the flipping from cup to cup, the alchemy in regards to the abuse of power by the Emperor. Speaking of the abuse of power by the Emperor, sign an executive order today. Yet another one, probably one of a dozen that he'll claim that he never actually signed, to What was it? Where did I write it down? Election Protections Act, Executive Order, requiring proof of citizenship before people are allowed to re-register to vote. 21.3 million Americans have no proof because you need a birth certificate, or if you're married, you need birth certificate, marriage certificate. If you're divorced, you need birth certificate, marriage certificate, divorce certificate. And even then, it's not potentially not going to be proof enough. Okay, I just don't see this is going to end well. I think Hegseth is going to be the fall guy. So much more on this. Let's have a look, Mikey Johnson. Mikey Johnson. Boy, oh boy, did he look. I want to know who. Okay, I think the body language spoke it all about Mikey Johnson. He knew he was this. He was mortified. Now, this is not excusing Mikey Johnson. He knew Felon 45 was either. He knew 45 was lying when 45 was claiming he never met the guy. You know how he goes. Never met the guy. Let's have a look. I want to have a look at Mikey Johnson. Who is this King of Pentacles? Who is this? Well, there's the Emperor, but I'm not feeling that he's this King of Pentacles. So come on down. Who is this King of Pentacles? So the signifier is Felon 45. Challenged by. So Felon 45 is finding himself about national security secrets that they're trying to keep under wraps, control of. Again, by using the signal system, none of the discussion goes on the archival records, which means none of it could theoretically be accessed to use in a court of law. There's just so many things that are wrong about this. Trying to keep the secrets. Power moment. Okay, absolutely for 45. Truth about this is out there already. Trying to, false knight bringing forward emotional offers, or should I say emotional excuses, one after the other, after the other, after the other. We've got here the whistleblower. Suspect that's Jeffrey. Externally, legal case. Internally. So 2 pages. Now pages are, I'm going to say bit players, small players. There may be somebody other than Jeffrey that knows about this, that was in the loop. But there's information that pages bring forward information, but they're minor players. They're not the Rubios, Hegseths, Walses, 45s, Vance. You know, they're not those players. They're the ones that are, if I say lower level, but I don't mean that derogatory. I just mean it's like the housekeeper type thing, but they're not the housekeeper. They're actually involved. There is a really important decision that needs to be made here. Now, swords can also be social media. I know Lena Rodriguez from Tarot Down Under often has the Page of Swords as being social media, the Twitter or X accounts, etc. I've got this really as the whistleblower here. But it is about legal action, about using social media services. And internally, there is this page, there is somebody here who is going to bring forward national security information. Hopes and fears that they can try and spin it, because here you've got Levitt and Felon 45 or whomever else is going to be the spokesperson in regards to this. Rah, 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 just bombarding with press releases. I don't think that it's being bought. There was, it's the grifting card, but it's also it's also one of my election manipulation cards, but it's also very much keeping the money at the top or keeping okay, what have I got here? I'm using pentacles as being national security because they can be protection as well, homeland security. So keeping the homeland security safe, you've got the scales of justice here as well, and the crumbs being fed out is the outcome here. So where are we going with this? Trying to spin it, basically. Russia, Mother Russia, here. Russia involved contracts and agreements with Russia. We've got the Courage card. Look at these major arcana to finish up with. Courage to perhaps bring it to light. Information being stolen. And then we've got here a prosecutor or a judge bringing forth the contracts and agreements to the abuse of power, the moral, financial, ethical corruption with that Five of Pentacles. And again, then we've got the emotional overwhelming and the treason card. I am actually going to go somewhere. Treason, betrayal, heartbreak, loss, someone fleeing and being trapped. Okay, I'm going to do a separate reading on this because what am I up to? 42 minutes already. I think Hegseth is going to be the one thrown under the bus. They're going to continue to try and spin it, but I just think there's no spinning. And I do not think that the media is going to let go of this one. I'm going to stop this and start another reading because I have heard a rumour that a certain Mr. Smith is potentially back in town with unfinished business. So, as this card is on the bottom, and this card, a certain Mr. Smith is back in town with unfinished business, and we know what that unfinished business is. So I'm going to have a look at that. Okay, catch you shortly.